Welcome back, people. Now, I've been talking about this guy. His name is Tama Waipara. He's the man, and he's coming to the house.
And I head out to learn about taxidermy from the inside out.
Hey, is that the teddy you were trying to give away in the auction?
Sold!
Technology.
Big game hunters, big game trophies. We don't go to a trophy shop, no siree. We go to a taxidermist. Don't know what it is? Well, pay attention, because I travelled all the way down to Taupo to meet one and find out how he does what he does. Let's do it. Come on, guys, meet Vern and Louise. Hi, guys. What is taxidermy?
Well, taxidermy is made up of the word, you've got dermis, or dermi, which means skin, and taxi means to move or position. So you're moving and positioning a skin to try and recreate nature.
Right. And what types of taxidermy are there?
You've got fish taxidermy, bird taxidermy, small animals, people that concentrate on pets, and you've got the big game taxidermy, which is what we concentrate on.
How did you guys get into it?
Oh, through hunting, and interest in the outdoors in general. Yeah.
So you were both hunters?
Yes.
Do about 200 heads mounts a year. So it's, plenty enough to keep us occupied.
So who are your main customers who are purchasing these? Great.
Well, it's not so much purchasing, it's hunters that have been out and taken an animal,
right,
and they want to preserve it for their lifetime and hang it on the wall.
Well, I was hoping you can show me your workshop and actually show me the process on how to make a mount.
Yes, not a problem.
Go for it.
Okay, here we are in the workshop. This is where all the magic happens.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, so what projects are you guys working on at the moment?
Well, we're actually going to mount this Himalayan tahr, which is available in New Zealand here, shot in the Southern Alps.
Well, first we get a head in. The skin has been taken off the shoulders and neck, but it comes in with the skull still inside the skin.
Get a form made to put the skin onto.
Right.
Yeah, this is what we call a mannequin. We've got moulds for all the New Zealand species. Anything outside of the country, we can actually import a form like this from the States. As you can see, the only piece of the skull we're using in this mount is the very top piece that joins the actual horns together.
Right.
Okay, we've cut it off there.
That's all that's
and it's been screwed into that piece of wood we've stuck into the mannequin. Once we've got the shape right, we've got to sand the form down, because the skin is all going to be glued onto here, as well as sewn up down the cut that's been done down the back of the neck. Okay? Yes, what we're going to do now is set the eyes in this form.
Yep.
Now, the eyes we're going to use are these. They're actually glass eyes. These are imported from the States.
Right.
The next stage is to put the skin onto the form, fit the head back over the head.
Hey. And after all the gluing and the stitching, let it dry for 2 weeks and it'll end up looking like this.
And now we've got to do all the finish work. The nose was stuffed with glad wrap to hold the skin in and around the inside of the nostrils.
Yep. Booger. And give this boy a big makeover.
And Louise is going to show us how it's done.
What are we doing here, Louise?
We're going to paint around the eyes and paint the patches.
Oh yeah, see all the
So
scars?
you just spray around the rim, or each of the eye.
Try not to blink. Okay. Just do under your eye. Cool. There you have it.
All done.
From hobby to profession to an award-winning piece of art. Big thank you to Vern and Louise from Sitka Country Taxidermy for showing us their love and passion for what they do. Taxidermy. Can you taxidermy? I didn't do anything to you. I didn't do anything.
Hey, Sammy's looking for you.
Oh man, are you sleeping again? So Tama Waipara's gonna be here soon. I need your help with turning the garage into a jazz lounge. Come on, Henry.
Grow up, Henry.
Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Champ is here. That's right, you can't see me. Little fluff.
Music.
Alicia Keys, John Stone, John Legend, they're all talented soul musicians. And one person who's right up there with them is this little old moldy boy from the East Coast. Tama Waipara. What's up, cuz? Welcome to the house. I love your guitar, mate. I love your guitar. Have a sip. Tama Waipara, welcome to the Fale. Nice to have you here. How did you get into music?
When I was a kid, I used to get kicked out of class for making lots of noise, and that was the beginnings of it.
Tama, you started playing the clarinet at the age of 10. Was that by choice, or did your family make you play it? They're like, blow that clarinet.
No, it was by choice. My mum said, "Do you want to play?" And I said yes. And then when I got to the lesson, I found out what it was I had said yes to. So.
Were you shocked?
No, I loved it. It's the closest instrument really to the sound of the voice. The long phrases, the breath. It's a lot like opera. You try and infuse the drama and the passion into it. Yeah.
And how long have you been singing for?
Actually all my life, if I'm honest about it, but it became a career about 5 or 6 years ago.
Did you always want music as a career?
I applied to law school at one point and got in, but I thought to myself, oh, well, if I do music now, I can always go back to law. And suffice to say, I never did.
Now, one other school that you enrolled in was the Manhattan School of Music in New York City, and you got in. Congratulations. How was that?
Hard.
Yeah?
It was pretty amazing. You know, I grew up in a Portuguese town of 3,000. I moved to Auckland, and then the next stop was Manhattan. So it was kind of like nothing I had imagined.
Sounds like hard work, is it?
Yeah, but, you know, if it's what you love, then why should hard work be a deterrent? What will take you where you want to go is the devotion and the hard work to do it and the passion behind it.
Are you going through a phase where you're playing different instruments like the clarinet, the saxophone, now the acoustic guitar? What's the deal with that?
Started playing the guitar, I don't know, about 6 or 7 years ago, and it's where I do most of my writing.
Your latest offering to music is out now. Tell us a bit about that.
Buy my album. Buy my album. It's called Leaving Paradise. Just about the idea of leaving familiarity. So for me that was leaving New Zealand and going to New York, but you know, it could just as easily be leaving Oportuki and going to Auckland. Acknowledging where I come from, and that can keep you strong anywhere.
Well, we've set up the garage like an old school jazz bar just for you, my friend. Should we go check it out?
Absolutely.
Tama Waipara! Haere mai.
Oh wow.
What do you think?
It's awesome.
Do you think?
Whawhate lava to all our guests this week.
Keep sharing the love on our website. See you fellas next week.
Now, so man, Tama Waipara is gonna take us away. See you guys. Bye.
Give me your hands, I'll warm them. Cruise, taking our time, reading the signs, and if we cruise, heaven belongs to us, to me and you.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.